This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, for April 28th, is a Cincinnati Reds icon who played shortstop for them all through his career from 86 to 2004. No other team, no other position. Although he would struggle with injuries in the latter half of his career. He actually worked with the Washington Nationals for several years from a front office position and then became a baseball analyst for ESPN. Guy won 9 Silver Sluggers, 3 Gold Gloves, and an MVP in 1995. He was actually elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2012. He is Barry Larkin. He's now 59 years old. Larkin was born in Cincy's Silverton neighborhood. He's Catholic. Larkin actually accepted a football scholarship to play for the University of Michigan. But after his freshman year, he decided he wanted to play baseball. Just play baseball. So he became a 2-time All-American and got Michigan to the College World Series. Not the title, but got them to the big tournament in 83 and 84. The last time Michigan would do it before in 2019. Larkin was named Big Ten Player of the Year in 84 and 85, and Michigan retired as number 16. And Larkin played for the U.S. team at the 1984 Olympics in baseball. But baseball was a demonstration sport, so no medals. So anyway, since he drafted him, and then he played for Vermont Reds and was named the AAA Player of the Year with Denver in 1986. AAA, of course, is the spot below the major leagues. Larkin would battle with Kurt Stillwell for the shortstop position for the Reds in 87, but he won it. Good for him. Anyway, in 1988, he only struck out 24 times in 588 bats. That's more than 20 bats per strikeout. Well, 20, it's 480, which is amazing. Larkin helped the Reds win the 1990 World Series as being shortstop, the team that went wire to wire and won the NL West without dropping a day out of first place. The Reds were not favored to crush Oakland the way they did. They ended up doing. Oakland was supposed to crush Cincy and win back-to-back world titles. Wrongo. Cincy did it. Larkin wasn't sure. Larkin, after the 91 season, thought the Reds were not committed to winning, so by the end of 92, when he was a free agent, he was going to bolt. However, when the Reds decided to get pitchers in the offseason to help him win, then he decided to stay around. He was given a 5-year, $25 million contract, which is $5 million a year. Larkin was the highest paid shortstop and the 5th highest paid player in baseball at that time. Yeah, you think $5 million is a pittance. Well, it is in 2023 dollars. Anyway, Larkin looked pretty good. In 95, he shocked a lot of people by, well, he was 6th in batting and 2nd in stolen bases, but somehow, in some way, he won the 95 MVP. I don't know how that happened, like the voting and all that, because not to discourage Barry Larkin and all that. I mean, Barry Larkin's a great player, but whether there more candidates? Well, second place was Dante Bichette, who led the National League in home runs and RBIs. Greg Maddux was 3rd. So, Larkin got 11 first place votes. 7 to Maddux, 6 to Dante Bichette. Piazza got 3, and Sosa got... No, Ron Gant was given a first place vote. Who voted Ron Gant first place? So yeah, I think Bichette and Maddux kind of deserved the MVP over Larkin, but didn't matter. So Larkin became the first shortstop to win an NL MVP or an AL, NL MVP, because I know Cal Ripken won one in 91. But anyway, since Murray Wilson in 1962. The Reds were good. They won the NL Central. Unfortunately for them, they lost the NLCS to the Braves, who were just that damn dominant. In 96, Larkin put up a 30-30 season. 30 home runs, 30 steals. Well, 33 home runs, 36 stolen bases. And it was crazy because his on-base percentage and slugging percentage was better in the non-MVP year of 96 than his MVP year of 95. But as I said, the voting was kind of awkward. Anyway, Barry Larkin was named the Reds' captain, which is kind of weird for a captain in baseball and all that. You don't really have a captaincy in baseball as much. The managers talk to the umpires. But anyway, he was the first Red since Dave Concepcion. to do that. Unfortunately, though, injuries would ruin him and all that. He had to go through neck surgery for a perforated disc. However, Barry Larkin got to play. And in 98, the last game of that season, his brother Steven, alongside Brett Boone and Aaron Boone, all played the infield, which was weird. It was the first time in baseball history that two sets of siblings were on the field at the same time, the Larkin brothers and the Boone brothers. Larkin was about to be traded to Los Angeles and all that. But it didn't work out for some reason. There were rumors that Larkin was going to be traded to the Dodgers halfway through a Reds-Dodgers series. Larkin actually blocked a big trade that would have sent him to the Mets for the pennant stretch drive. The Mets were about to give three key prospects, Alex Escobar, Eric Kamek, and Jason Sayans, to Cincy. He actually wanted to play in New York, but when he found out that the Mets were not going to give him a multi-year contract, he said, screw that. And he was allowed to block a trade because of his 10-5 thing. So anyway, the Reds did give him a $9 million per year contract extension for 3 years. But unfortunately, Larkin got injured again. Basically, Barry Larkin was good, but injuries would really plague him and all of that. So Larkin just had problems and all of that. There was actually going to be a retirement ceremony on the final day of the 2004 season for Larkin, but Larkin called it off because he wasn't sure if he would retire. But he retired in February 2005. A healthy Larkin would have helped Cincinnati a lot. He spent all his 19-year career with the Reds, though. What can you say? Not even Pete Rose can have that honor. I know Pete Rose is good and all that, but Rose played for Philly and Montreal alongside Cincy. Larkin stayed in Cincy. Larkin almost had a 300 batting average career-wise, 295, 198 home runs, so he was close to 200 runs. 960 RBIs, so he was 40 short of the 1,000 RBIs. So anyway, Larkin was made a special assistant to the GM in the Washington organization. So anyway, he was actually the bench coach for the U.S. at the 2009 World Baseball Classic, and actually was the manager when the U.S. played Puerto Rico because Davey Johnson, who was the U.S. manager, had to leave for a wedding. Still, it was huge. All that. He left Washington in 2011 to be an analyst for Baseball Tonight. Larkin was given a chance at the 2002 Hall of Fame. He got inducted with 86% of the vote, making him the 8th Reds player to get into the Hall. Subsequently, of course, in August 2012, his number 11 was retired by the Reds. Brazil qualified for the 2013 World Baseball Classic. But had to face China, Cuba, and Japan. But anyway, yeah, they beat Panama and got in. I forgot Brazil. I can't recall Brazil being in the World Baseball Classic for some reason. Right, regardless. Larkin could have been manager for the Tigers. But he declined the interview because of the time commitment associated with the job. Larkin was put on the Fox Sports Ohio TV broadcast team in 2021. In his personal life, his brother Steven also played, but he made it to the major leagues for one game with the Reds. Did he only have one game? Oh, he only played one game. Wow. Another brother, Byron, was a second-team All-American basketball player at Xavier and works on the Xavier radio broadcasts. Larkin and his wife have 2 daughters and a son. Shane actually played for the Miami Hurricanes in basketball for 2 years and was decent. He made his NBA debut in 2013 and played for Dallas and Boston. So anyway, yeah, he looked pretty good and all that. Spending 19 years with one team. You don't see that every day. You really don't. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.